Hello and welcome. My name is Andrea, and on this YouTube channel, what we're going to talk about is what it's like to start motherhood later in life. Now, for me personally, I had my first baby at 40 years old, and I'm about to have my second at 43. So that means that I went all through my 20s and all through my 30s developing who I was and who I wanted to be and the professional I was gonna strive for. And I spent my entire life being not only child-free by choice, but adamantly child-free by choice. I thought I was never going to have kids. So I spent all my time, effort, and energy on developing myself professionally and personally. And it wasn't until I was finally 40 that I felt like I had enough of the things that I needed to fall into place to make myself qualified to even consider being a mom. And that adjustment, that shift, has rocked my world in a way that I could have never anticipated, and in so many good ways and in so many surprising ways. Now, I went from, I went to physical therapy school, got my doctorate in physical therapy, started practicing, opened my own clinic with a wonderful company 3 years later, became a business owner and a business partner, and then just continued striving, became a very strong member in my local community. I was so busy. I worked a million trillion hours. And through all of that, I just thought that the career path and the achieving path were always going to be the thing that I did. And I was convinced that I would never have a child. Until one day that all changed, and by choice, deliberately. And so what this channel is going to be about is my personal journey, the things that I go through, the identity shifts, the feelings, because oh my gosh, there are so many. And then hopefully my goal is to be able to connect with other moms who also maybe started their motherhood journeys later in life, to see what their journeys were like, what their adjustments were, how their relationships changed, and maybe how their sense of self changed. So I'm really excited. And if this sounds like something that might resonate with you, or you might be a little bit curious about, stick around. I'm going to try to be as honest and as raw as I can be. And one of the things that I'm personally going to be challenged by is every once in a while, probably more often than not, I'm going to have to film kind of between in the moments of time that I have. And most of the time, I'm kind of looking like a mom who stays home. Messy hair, no makeup, cozy clothes, and so I'm excited to share this journey, and then hopefully get to share the journey with share the journeys of other women who have gone through the same thing, but obviously on their own path. So if this sounds like it's going to be interesting for you, take a listen. Thanks.